Hey guys, we are live. Make a quick little adjustment here. Hey you guys, how are all of you? I'm kind of messy today. I've had a really kind of a clerical day today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Andrea Cox. As you come on here, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, the heart button, and tell me in the comments section where you are tuning in from. So it looks like we have 23 of you on here. Can I see, right? Hey Joyce, tell me where you're tuning in from in the comments below. Debbie, where are you tuning in from? Darren, where are you? Vermont. I love Vermont. Never been there, but looks pretty. Lots of snow, lots of snow. So you guys, I thought I would do a really cool video for all of you. So before we get started, I want to ask you a question. Would you do me a very big favor? Would you hop on over to AndreaCox.com and sign up for my newsletter there? And then after you do that, and can someone please share a link to AndreaCox.com in the description box below this video or in the comments section. My apologies. I'm super tired today, you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a SEO Zoom call, and then I had to do a lot of clerical work. And whenever I have to sit in front of a computer, I tend to lose myself. So I'm a creative person, definitely not a tech person, obviously, right? Anyway, you guys, after you sign up for my newsletter at AndreaCox.com, hop on over to Andrea Cox TV and the Detox Intuitive on YouTube and subscribe, because I might share all 6 of my altars that I have in this house. Now, this is my little mini altar in my kitchen. And the reason I'm sharing this with you tonight instead of doing like Tasty Tuesdays is because I shared this on my stories this morning, and man, I had so many of you emailing me. You guys were messaging me left and right. You're like, what's on your altar? What do you put on your altar? What do you do with your altar? So let me just alter this for a second, because it's in Lewis's way and we don't want that. And let me do this. So this is my mini altar. I call it my kitchen altar. I have 6 altars in this house. And I gotta tell you, I built my first altar at my very first apartment when I was like 18. My first apartment I moved out at, I had an old nightstand and I turned it into an altar. So, you know, there's several different ways to do an altar. I call this my meditation altar. I actually have a little meditation chair from Bali right in front of it, but Roger is on it right now. It's his chair. But when I come down, I tend to wake up always at 4:44 a.m., like on the dot. It's some kind of weird thing. Occasionally I'll sleep till like 8, but usually it's 4:44 a.m. And I make myself some tea. And thanks for telling me where you're tuning in from, you guys, and hitting the heart button on this video. And I'll come down here with the dogs. I put the Rife machine on, and I'll light a few candles, and I always place something in front of my Buddha. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Are you Buddhist? I was actually raised Christian, and I consider myself to be, I feel like God lives within all of us. I consider myself to be a spiritual person. So I have 6 Buddhas in the house. I have 6 altars. And this particular altar, I'm just going to share with you my little morning routine and what I actually do when I come downstairs in the morning and it's still dark out. So I come downstairs and I'll flip the Rife machine on. I'll make some lemon water. And generally what I do first is I light a few candles. So you'll notice I have some candles lit here. And then I usually take this Orasoma white, and it's just a little oil, and it's an oil for protection. And I pretty much, and I sell a lot of anointing oils on the Detox Intuitive, I pretty much kind of just cover myself in the oil, you know, just for protection. I'll put the dogs on a leash and I'll go outside, and what I usually like to do is I like to pick something from either the garden or the front yard, and I like to place them in front of each Buddha on every altar. Now, every altar you have is going to be different. So I have an ancestral altar that has, photos of my grandmother, and that's, where I go to when I really need some guidance. I have this altar, which I just call my morning meditation altar. I have a huge 600-pound Buddha in the living room that when I really want to do some work for my clients, I'll light a candle for them, and I have that altar. And I have two other altars that I kind of like keep quiet for what I do, it's just a personal thing. But like this morning, I just grabbed a bunch of pine cones from the front yard, and I'll just go and I'll put these in front of each Buddha. I'll thank God, thank my ancestors who crossed over, and I'll, say a little prayer, say a little chant. Maybe I'll come downstairs and I'll chant for like an hour or something as I walk through the house and, make my tea and my lemon water and things like that. Usually I just kneel down in front of this with the dogs and I just pray. And I ask God to come into my heart, and I ask for guidance for the day, and I ask that it's a good day, and I pray for my family, for protection over my family. I literally go through my cousins, their animals, their kids, my sisters, my dogs, my friends. I literally have a list in my head that I go down every morning. I always add all the homeless dogs in the world to that list, and yeah, that's what I do. I pretty much, usually for 30 minutes, I'll just sit here in silence. And I have a mantra I say. I'm not going to share that mantra with you because it's personal. Sometimes I light some Copal. So you guys know me, I love Mexican Copal. They actually burn Copal at death ceremonies, and it's started in Peru, and it's a thing that the Mayans use, and they use this a lot in Mexico, and I actually discovered it in Mexico, and I love it. So a lot of times I'll burn Copal if I'm cleansing the house. I don't do that too often. I actually don't sage or Copal too often because you can actually sage out the good energy in your house as well. And sometimes if I'm feeling like I want to call something into my life, I have these little bags, and I sell these on the Detox Intuitive too. And I'll put, a few little crystals in here, and maybe a leaf off of my money tree and certain things of that nature. So, I have a lot of little things I do, and I don't know really when this all came into fruition. I guess it's always been in me, but I think for years and years I've done this, and I really believe in the power of prayer, of chanting, of positive affirmations and money mojo bags and things of that nature. I just feel like that brings positivity into my life. Hey, Davin, tell me where you're tuning in from. Hey, Robert, tell me where you're tuning in from. Give this video a heart or a thumbs up. So something else I do is I usually take an oracle deck. Those of you who don't know, I'm working on an oracle deck with Angela. She is an artist out of South Africa. We are in our 6th month of working together. She's a great gal. Hey, in Arizona, welcome. And I'll usually pull a card, and whatever card kind of juts out to me is the card I'll pull. So cracked open, surrender to the alchemy of life. Ooh, we got karmic relationships, so maybe a karmic partner's watching this, just kidding. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And I have these little card holders, and usually I'll just stick these in here like that. So these are really cool. One of my clients made these for me. They burn little candles, and they'll just kind of hold your oracle cards in place. And I'll just use this as my mantra for the day. So surrender, holding the opposites, extreme of life. So, if I were to draw this card tomorrow, I would just say, my thought of the day, my mantra of the day would be to surrender to life, surrender to, the extremes that we have in day-to-day life. God knows right now we're having extremes. I want to share with you guys some other things that are on my altar that are pretty near and dear to my heart, and they're all things that people have given me. So that's why I want to share them. So This is my friend Mitzi. She sells crystals, and she gave me this. It's beautiful. It's a type of citrine. This crystal is for abundance. It's very, very heavy. And I have it on a little stand over there because every morning I love to call abundance into my life, right? This is a painting that my friend Alyssa made, and it's got cracked up crystals in it, and she's a Gemini, so it brings a lot of Gemini energy in. And the reason I fell in love with this painting is because I think she called it another type of flower. This is a dandelion. It is a dandelion to me, therefore it is a dandelion. And my sisters and I used to like blow on dandelions when we were little and make a wish, so that reminded me of that. So she gifted me this. She bubble wrapped it in pink bubble wrapped, and I love this. Alyssa Cohen, you can commission her to do art for you. She breaks up crystals in all her art. It's like really amazing. So I love this. This Buddha is from someone that I loved, and when we lived in Mexico, he got this, and I absolutely love it. This is a necklace that my mom gave me years ago when we were at church, and it's made from homeless kids in Africa. It's made from recycled newspaper. So I think this is like super, super cool. So I put this around the Buddha's neck because it kind of blends in well with the painting. And I went to school for interior design. I pull a house together like no one else, lickety split. And so I kind of like the vibe that gives this. So there's that. I've got him holding a pine cone, him or her. And then these are feathers that I've actually found around this house since I've moved here. So there's a lot of quail that go around where I've moved. So there's all these beautiful, whoops, I almost lost one. There's all these beautiful feathers. This is a dried rose from my garden at my old house. So I love to bring things from the outside, like pine cones, things like that. I've got a little dish of holy water. So you'll notice like there's all the elements. I've got earth, air, fire, water. I've got a little succulent plant. That's from my old house. And then this is a pyramid that my friend Darren got me. And it's like an ormus, like it brings in good energy. It's got a lot of flowers and things from outside. So I love pyramids. I don't know, I was like Egyptian in a past life. I love pyramids. So that's really cool. This, my friend Mitzi made me also, and this has a cool story. So she just sent this to me. And this is called, I think it's called Healer's Gold. I'm not sure what it is, but I broke it today. And those of you who don't know what happens when you break a crystal, okay, or crystals are taken from you or something like that, it means you don't need it anymore. And so I love this. This means you're fully healed. So when you're fully healed, this will disappear from your life or break. And look, I broke it in a ton of little pieces. So it means I didn't need it. I literally got it yesterday, opened it, and dropped it this morning. So that's a sign that you don't need the healing properties of that particular crystal. You guys, my hair is wet, forgive me. Hey Karen, tell me where you're tuning in from. Thanks for giving this video a thumbs up and letting me know where you're tuning in from. And she made this little octopus for me. And I love this because octopus, those of you who don't know, are extremely, extremely smart. And one of the reasons I went vegan is I used to love calamari. And when I found out that octopuses feel and they're intelligent, and then, you know, I was like, oh, I can't eat octopus. And then I heard, you know, pigs are smarter than a 4-year-old toddler. I was like, well, I can't eat pigs. And so that's kind of something that led into my veganism. So octopuses are very symbolic for me. I really love them. So what else do I have? Okay, so this is an aventurine bracelet that I made. And it's really good for manifesting money, but again, when I didn't need it, it fell off and it broke into tons of pieces. I always think we need abundance flowing in, but I go with, if a bracelet breaks or a stone breaks, it means I don't need the energy anymore. So, And this is a beautiful stone that one of my clients sent me. She lives in New York. Hey Denise, tell me where you're tuning in from. Hey Cher, Hawaii, welcome. I got lost in Hawaii. I couldn't, the street signs, I think I told you that. So this is a stone that one of my clients sent me. And you know, when I come down here and it's still dark outside and I'm making my tea and I'm here with the dogs and I turn on the rife and I light the candles, that is actually my happiest time of the day, every day. It's before people wake up, it's before the hustle and bustle, and it really gives me the time I need to call in my ancestors, to call in God, to call in, you know, the universe and ask for what I need, but also ask for protection for myself and my family and my friends and my animals and things of that nature. And so that's what I love to do. So, quick plug, first of all, hey in Atlanta, Georgia. I love Roswell, Atlanta. I love Buckhead. I spent a lot of time there when I was just a little... Are we there? Okay, good. YouTube, Andrea Cox TV for cellular detoxification, raw vegan recipes. There's over 650 raw vegan recipes there. The Detox Intuitive on YouTube for all my spiritual stuff. AndreaCox.com for my health books, my detox programs, retreats, things of that nature. I'm not doing retreats right now, sorry you guys. And the Detox Intuitive for all the little spiritual things like the Mexican Copal, things like the Mojo bags, things like the anointing oils, you know, abundance oils, things like that. Everything is grown in my garden. Sorry, you guys, I think my phone's gonna go dead, so I have to keep hitting that. And I, you know, brew it down and steep it for 30 days and then put it into little bottles with crystals. So check that out, the Detox Intuitive on Etsy, thedetoxintuitive.com. Click on Spiritual Gifts and Offerings. AndreaCox.com for anything health related. Roger, you okay, buddies? Okay. And I just wanted to say thanks so much, and thanks for all the prayers for little Roger. He's actually doing really well today. He's full of energy, he's wagging his tail, and we're just waiting to get that biopsy back. So if you guys have any questions, hey Judith, thank you. Am I really looking hot? Thank you. Do you love my Stevie Nicks outfit? Thank you. It's like a consignment shop. I'm such a cheap girl when it comes to clothes. I don't spend money on any except handbags. That's my weakness. Handbags and shoes, but everything else is like, spending money on clothes is stupid, in my opinion. So I'm from Ohio. We don't dress. Oh, thanks so much, Denise. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. So you guys, any questions you have, post them below. I'll be sharing all the links to all my stuff in the description box above this video. Reach out to Alyssa if you want to commission her for a painting. She is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I call her my BFF that puts up with my Scorpio moon, so you know, gotta love her. And I'll steer you over to my friend Mitzi as well. She's big into crystals. And yeah, intuitive readings, health stuff, you know where to find me. Thanks you guys so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Okay, Mitzi, I just mentioned you, girl. I just plugged you. I just plugged you, honey. Okay, you guys, I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Be well.